Okay, good morning. Yes, you're back at the Daily Ack. We're doing something a little bit different. We're going to play the Doom Shareware edition from 1993. Pardon my voice. It's a little bit scratchy. I'm getting over a cold. I have a fair amount of coffee here with me, and we'll see what we can do here. You know, I would say, in my opinion, that Doom was one of the premier games of its time, because before this, everything was, it's like playing Mario. It was 2D, side scrollers. What came before this was Commander Keen and a version of Wolfenstein that was 2D, that you were walking through the castle killing Nazis. But it was all on a flat plane. There was no 3D anything. And even though this game is considered 3D, I heard somebody call it that it was 2.5D, and that's a little more correct. The 3D elements in the game, when you watch it, when you walk up on them and go behind them, they will rotate with you, and they are just a flat plane, and you can usually see behind them, and that's true in Wolfenstein, Doom, you know, in my memory. I mean, heck, I'm 61 years old, you know. My memory is no longer perfect, no matter how good I think it is. So, and it looks like I'm having a viewer. However, they're not in chat. If you're viewing and you're not in chat, good to have you. Now, one thing my thumbnail was a picture of the original Shareware CD that also had Hexen on it. I've never played Hexen. I still have that CD running around here. One thing I had to do, because computers, when this came out, were 16-bit. My computer currently is 64-bit. You can't take that CD, even if you've got a CD reader, because the thing that extracts the programs off of that computer no longer work on a 64-bit computer, because 64-bit computers, Windows, does not have the operating capability to do anything in 16-bit anymore. So I'm running a copy of Doom called GZ Doom. It's a fan-made port. Now, from what I know, id Software, who published Doom and Wolfenstein, and I want to say they had something to do with Quake, that they released the source code for this to the community a long time ago. There is one heck of a lot of community generated content for this game, and because of that, you know, what prompted me to play this morning is that I had a couple of friends say, I've never heard of Doom. So, I said, it looks like I'm going to have to do a live stream of Doom. Here we are. This is the Shareware vanilla version. Doom games, Quake, Wolfenstein all use a data file called a WAD file, and that holds, the map, the enemies or monsters, and, data about the game itself that it reads to play the game. This is the vanilla Shareware WAD from 1993, version 1.9. It's the latest Shareware version you could have. At the time, they would sell these on disk, and when I end this, you'll see there's a menu that says, hey, if you like this, call and order this, because what it is, they'd give you a taste of it, one level, and then they, you know, let you go, or one episode, and they'd drag you in, letting you play it, and then you'd go and have to buy it. The prices were minimal. Sharewaring, I got a lot of great software doing shareware back in the day. I was never good at any kind of games like this. I'm even less good now. My coordination is nowhere near what it was. But without further ado, let's get on. Okay. Gonna do a new game. All we can do is knee deep in the dead, because the other ones, this is the shareware version. You need to order the entire trilogy, press a key. Okie dokie. So, I did a play test on this Thursday night and did I'm Too Young to Die, and it was a little bit easy, too easy, even with my physical problems. It was a little too easy. Hurt Me Plenty is kind of the normal mode for this. Nightmare is just always has been crazy. Even in my, 20, 21, 22, no, I would have been 30 something. I still wasn't good enough at any of this to play on Nightmare. I've never played above Hurt Me Plenty. I'm going to try that, and we'll see what it comes out to be. And something I don't usually do is leave the music running in any game. Since I've lost part of my hearing, it all sounds like trash to me. But this game, the music adds to it. What I'm doing is going and picking up that vial. Is that an overcharge of health? Yes. And then if I pick this helmet up, you'll get an overcharge of, or you'll get armor. And if you look, there is a piece of green armor up there on that pedestal. And when I go up there, it'll give me an armor bonus. Yeah, now I have 100% armor. Now, if you shoot these barrels, they will explode, and that is the door you came into. This game is rather unique, and if you can see, that barrel is rotating with me, and it's a flat plane. That's kind of what I meant by 2.5D. Yeah, it's 3D and you're in a 3D space, but some of the things that are written, oh, come on. This game is also good for you when you walk into a place you've never been before, that it will have things come out from behind you. And graphically, by today's standard, it's a little rough, but I'd much rather deal with this guy while I'm far away than get up on him. and you can hear something is opening and closing. Holy moly, that was loud. Yeah, can't get in the green stuff, it will hurt you. But now I have 200% armor. As long as you've got 100% health, you can't pick up a health kit. And there are secret passages in this game. There are moments in this game it can be pretty dark, and anymore I usually don't play anything that's gory. And there you pick up the shotgun. Ooh. Dummy. Something I've noticed about the newer versions of Doom is they leave that shotgun blast on the wall. The older ones didn't do that. Yeah, I've still got a secret I'm missing here somehow. Back up to 100 health. I've got 50 shotgun shells. Now, the gentlemen that are shooting at us that look kind of human, I always thought they were called privates. The Doom wiki I just looked at told me they were something else, and I can't remember what it was. There's also ones that come after them. The second line is a guy with a shotgun with a black shirt on. These guys are in between these two. This guy is called an imp. He shoots a fireball. Kind of slow moving. Kind of easy to defeat. And the reason why I stepped back was because at the later levels in this game, it will have an enemy standing in here. Yeah, there's still one other secret on that level I'm not getting. So what it is you go to all these buildings that are on this menu. You finished that one at the bottom, and now you're going into the next one. I really like this shotgun. Now, see, this pane here of wall, but then this one's a little bit different. It's very subtle. And goons, if you stay over here long enough, there'll come that guy behind you. And the red keys up here. Good deal. There is a door to the outside. It almost looked like two guys, because it was. Wow. I don't know that that noise used to be in the original thing. I don't know that this was considered a secret. I don't remember it. This is going to overcharge my health. There it goes. Good morning. Sorry, I'm having tech troubles. Trust me, I get it. Shaman, if you want, I will gladly explain some of this again because you weren't here, but I understand. If you really want to screw something up, you have to have a computer. Matter of fact, I would even be persuaded to start over because you've missed one whole level, but that's all right. The first levels of this game are pretty short. I knew that somebody was viewing me, but I just didn't know who or what. Yes, please. Okay. Talk me into it. Let me do that. And that is the menu of the tad bit more volume. Voice or game. Because it very well could be my voice. Unfortunately, I have my voice turned up as far as I can go. However, this game is loud to even me in my headphones, so I turned it down some. Now, and this is from the first. Now, as I was saying, when this game came out in 1993, it was a real departure from what came before it. A lot of games were 2D scrollers that, like playing Mario, you went from one side of the screen and you progressed toward the right side of the screen. And you got the princess or whatever. I never played Mario that much. This is a a departure because it is truly 3D, or as good as they could get at the time. I've actually heard it described as 2.5D, and that's honestly more correct. This is the shareware version of this game, version 1.9, and I want to say that came out after 1993, but the general thing, came out in 93, and they sold it on disc as shareware. They'd let you have a level of it, and then you had to buy the rest of it, the whole shareware thing. They'd give you the shareware version. What makes it the shareware version is they have data files in Doom, Wolfenstein, Quake, and all three of these games came out at around the same time, made by id Software, or ID, as you can see on the screen. And they use a file system called a WAD file. That WAD file has all the maps and the data and the monsters and whatever else in it. And all they would do is when they sent you the regular game and you loaded it on your computer, it would basically change that one file to give you the rest of the game. It was actually an ingenious system. I bought a heck of a lot of shareware in the early 90s. I got some very good software, but the only thing that isn't original is the original CD that I have can't be used on a 64-bit computer because 64-bit Windows does not have any of the required programs to translate a 16-bit game. And then when this came out, 16-bit was as good as you could get. So I am running a version of Doom called GZ Doom because id Software gave out the source code for this game to their fans, and there is a multitude of fan-generated content surrounding this game. Matter of fact, they're coming out with a new remastered version of this original, and there is also a remake called Doom 2016, and it has a sequel called Doom Eternal. And I have those I have Doom 2016 for the PS3. But, this was cutting edge. This is the jumping off point. This game is the grandfather of all first-person shooters. And Doom and Wolfenstein kind of weaved back and forth. Like I said, they all came out about the same time. And just a few years later, then they came out with a game called Quake that is much more impressive than this one. It says suggested retail price $9. Yes. Yeah. When software was kind of cheap, but computers were expensive as hell. I think I've heard of it, of Doom Eternal. Yeah, that's getting a lot of, it's in the press and everything, and it's the most recent version. They just days ago came out with a remaster of this and improved it. Let me think. Now, I did play test this Thursday night. I used the easiest setting there was. It was far easier than I thought it would be. I'm surprised poor Darlene wasn't just bored to tears, but as far as this game is concerned, it's the jumping off point for a heck of a lot of games going on. Because this is the shareware version, you have 3 episodes: Knee Deep in the Dead, The Shores of Hell, and Inferno. Well, if you try to play any of the other ones, it'll tell you this is the shareware version. You need to order the entire trilogy, press a key. So Knee Deep in the Dead is all you're getting. Now, like I said, when I play tested this Thursday night, the very easiest is I'm Too Young to Die. The next one is Hey, Not Too Much Rough. The third one is Hurt Me Plenty, which is usually the standard where you play Doom at. Ultraviolence and Nightmare. And even in my 30s when this game came out, I couldn't have played Ultraviolence or Nightmare. My reflexes were never great. Here we are. I'm going to do Hey, Not Too Rough, and we're going to go from there. And something else, the music in this game adds something to it. To me, I don't really play music in any game. There's music in Planet Crafter, and I turn that stuff off. It drives me crazy since my hearing went bad. Now, that little blue vial will up your health by 1%. And then you walk over here, and that helmet will up your armor by 1%. And the reason why I say this is 2D and a half, if you look at that barrel, it's rotating when I rotate. So it's not true 3D, it's on a flat plane, but this was far better than a 2D side-scroller. Let me see if I can gain a little more stuff here before I go up the steps. And for as much as I remember about this game, there's also a ton I've forgotten. And if you play in higher levels, there's goons standing up here and goons down there, and you know, it's got a whole lot of goons in it. And then the blue armor will give you, I want to say, it's either 200% health or 200% armor. And we're going this way. And I'd much rather deal with these guys from a long way away than I would up close and personal till you get the shotgun. And that gentleman up there shooting fireballs at me is an imp. The guy down here, I remember back in the day calling him a private. Dead. Exactly the way he needed to be. Oh, I can totally imagine how exciting this must have been at the time to maneuver around in an environment. Absolutely. And something they've added with this new port is the shotgun or the flame blast on the walls. That didn't happen in the original. We'll come back to him, and as you can hear, I just walked over something. Don't get in the green stuff, it'll kill you. But I just walked over something and heard a door go, and I've got a secret in this level that I can't find. And yes, I've watched videos about it. 200% armor. Woohoo! And because I have more than 100 health, I can't pick up that med kit. The closer you get to those goons, the worse they are. Now the first human-looking guy I always thought was a private. There's a guy in a black shirt with a shotgun that comes after him. That was a sergeant. This brown goon here is an imp. There's also a big something that's called a pinky, and those can sometimes be oop, jump too far. Just drives me nuts that I can't that frustrates me heavily. Are there secret doors? Yes. And if you'll look, that door is off color from the rest of the hallway. That's why I keep making him run into walls, is because I'm trying to find secret doors. Come on. Yeah, don't get stuck on the wall there. And like I said, this level's pretty short. And don't get down in there. I, some reason, think that that wall right there is supposed to be, or can be, opened. And this is the exit. Now, that's what I wondered. You said there was one that you couldn't find yet. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to warn you, when I flip this switch, it's going to be loud. And what you're doing on this map is, this is one whole level. You're going through all the buildings. And there's the door you just came in, and you can't go back out. The whole premise of this is that there is a company called the UAC that do you see the difference in those two walls right there? Okay, I've got the backpack. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I've stacked the deck in my favor. By turning it on easy mode. Yeah, that little difference in the color of those walls is how you find secret doors and such. And this game is full of them. And these two levels I pretty much remember from my misspent youth. But come on. Come on. Come back down. There you go. But after this, it was... I very much did not know what I was doing. Oh. Some of the noises in this game are just awful. And my mouse just stopped working. Okay, you see that red key flashing there? There's a door downstairs. You gotta have the red key to get through that door. There are red keys, blue keys, and gold keys. And I have to say, this version of the game makes noises I don't remember there being in the game. I think that's going to give me a health boost. Yep, so I'm going to take it. That's okay, easier for us new to game viewers if there's not so much flying out. Yeah, absolutely right. And for as much as I played this a whole lot, I also... you know, my reflexes are different, and I'm not near as good at anything as I once was. I'm gonna see if there are doors. And I'm gonna change back to the shotgun because better all-around weapon. Oh, well, here comes somebody, you jerk. And I will say, as I've went along, the music changes every level, and your key cards change every level. Once you've picked up a key card, shotgun definitely more effective on the bad guys than the pistol. Yeah, but I also have this, and that's a great weapon. It'll mow a lot of things down, but it uses a heck of a lot of bullets, and it uses the same bullets as the pistols, you know, so okay, we're getting ready to go through the red door. Let me see. Holy moly. I could have shot the barrel and probably killed both of them, but I'm close enough to it. Yeah, sound like a duck. But I'm close enough to it. It would also have done damage to me. And I'll be the first one to tell you that I'm selfish. Also, there are parts of this game that are dark. And this is probably the most gory thing I've, ever played. And it has not much, by the way of gore in it. But and that's going toward the exit. Yes. Alright, I'm not done upstairs yet. Do barrels move? Can interacting with a barrel trigger a door? The barrels don't move, and from what I remember, interacting with a barrel does not trigger a door. But I also know that there's because I know that I have been, up where those other guys are at. I just can't remember how I got there. Well, the lovely problem of dealing with my old memory. Okay, that's what opened. Jerk. Yeah, these flashing lights are not. They warp my head. Okay. That means... Okay, where am I being at? There's one of these walls in here that when you shoot it, it opens. There you go. Dun dun dun. At this level of pixelation, I don't think the core will bother me, but I can always look away. But thank you for the heads up. Well, I don't know. Could be fun, doesn't use ammo. It's noisy though. All right. I think there ain't nothing left to do but go to the exit. On later levels, they'll have ledges that there'll be things walking on that if you don't notice that ledge, you'll get shot from it. Good morning, Darlene. Welcome to Texas, home of chainsaw fun. Yeah. Darlene, you'll be happy to know I'm doing better today than I did Thursday night. Or at least ways I think I am. I don't want to go down there yet. Because if there's something standing down in the courtyard, I want to go get it. But doesn't look like there is. Oh! Well, darn. Didn't do as good as I thought it was. There's where you came in and... Yeah, on this level, I remember there being jump scares. Can't pick that up, can't pick that up, can pick that up. At least they give you a lot of armor. Well, that was nasty. Back out there so I can get you too. There you go. Now I will say that the levels on this the lower levels on this move slow enough that I don't seem to have the problems that I have with most newer, faster paced games. There's a sergeant. Now, when I step up there to get that blue key, all hell's gonna break loose. But I was ready for it. Is that a non-battle? I don't understand the statistics screen. Basically, it's telling you everything you picked up, how many kills you have, and whether or not, you know, like I thought I'd had everybody dead in that last level, and when it told me I had 95% kills, it means there's probably one guy standing in there somewhere, still walking around. But you know, items is, you know, things you can pick up, and then secrets. Yeah. Oh, I see you, you jerk. Uh-huh. I'm gonna do this even though I don't need it. Okay. Now where? I have to say, Darlene, I give you a lot of credit that you came and watched me do this the other night. Wow. Yeah, it's what you just finished. Oh my, something in my eye besides my finger and my eyeball. I'm having a not good time. All right. Well, that's what I just went up, you dingus. All right. I will say that for this old of a game, there's not a lot of aiming in it. It's kind of, you point it in the right direction and there you are. So I'm not unhappy about that. Oh. And there's the gold key card. Woohoo! Okay. I haven't been back in there, and I don't remember how. Been there. Been there, I've been there. Let's go this way. Well, all right. And I have the blue key card, so. Yeah, some of the noises these guys make. Okay, that's back around where I started. And Shaman, something different about this game is if there's more than one enemy type standing around and you get to shooting back and forth and the enemies notice each other, they will fight amongst themselves, and that is a strategy for you know, clearing out the level and stuff. It's okay. remember there's something. And to have a secret wall, you've got to be able to Is that the elevator? Nope. Sneaky little boogers. Oh, another chainsaw. Lovely. How convenient. That's cool. The game is far more complex than I expected. Yes, absolutely. It is. It's got a lot of things to it. Oh, all right. I can't remember what that does. You're invisible. Okay. It's not going to do me any good right here, right now, but... I'll take it. I don't remember how long this invisibility lasts. Okay, gonna see how poorly I've done. I've never seen a secret door in an exit room, but you just never know. I'll show you here in just a second. Look at the health bar on the bottom of the screen. You know, there's the ammo of the weapon you've got chosen, your health. You have weapons 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1 being the chainsaw. They don't show you that one. You've got your armor. The face, as you get injured, will change and become more bloody, so you can tell at a glance whether or not your health is going away. But then at the end there on the right, it's bullets. You have 400 of how many? 400 that you can carry. Shells, you have 100 of 100 that you can carry. Rockets, you have 6 of 100 that you can carry. And energy cells, you have 20 of 600 you can carry. And because this is the shareware version, I think you can't get the last weapon, which is called the BFG 9000, and I'll let you figure those initials out on your own. Let's just dive into that. So, to answer your question more exactly, you don't have a backpack inventory screen, but it's kind of on the screen all the time. Somebody shot at me. Yep, I've got to get back there somehow. And the suit's wearing off. Okay. I think the button on my mouse is getting a little flat because I tried to shoot him and it did nothing. Don't want to go there yet. The heck? And that was Pinky. Those little guys can also be invisible. They're not hard to kill, but they'll sure scare the living crap out of you. I would be so lost in this maze. Yeah, the only good thing about it is there's not a whole heck of a lot to it. Sneaking up on a guy like that. Jerk. And I have to say, he scared the crap out of me. I get the feeling I've already been back in here. Ooh. did that the last time too. And there ain't no taking it back off. I have to pause for just a second. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh. Somebody hit me. Yeah, there's been a lot of some sort of cold or something going around. I'm just now getting over something. And I can honestly tell you I haven't had any fun with it. Yeah, that's going to that secret, and I missed it. And now this is gonna hurt. Alrighty. Oh, well, there you are. Where did you come from, jerk? Whoa, didn't mean to do that. That's okay, though. I know that both of you know that I was in the military, and I was a mechanic. That I almost fired an M16 in anger one time. I've still got to get over there. I get the feeling there's something back in here that but I was actually had an M16 put in my hand and was standing at a guard post, and they said anybody and everybody that drives through here, they have to show you their line badge. You can't just say, hey, I know him, I'll let him in here. Said, you know, don't do it. Okay. 3 a.m. in the morning, there we stood, you know, in the desert, and it could get pretty chilly while I was in the desert from August to the next February. You know, so there I stood. All of a sudden, a guy from one of the aircraft squadrons is coming through to get a piece of equipment. Oh my gosh, I'd have never found that if I hadn't been looking for a door. Came through to get a piece of equipment. I mean, his mind was a million different directions. That he was trying to get planes off the ground, and you know, to do what they were doing. He wasn't at all concerned about, you know, me standing there. Well, he drove right through my guard post, and they told me, said, if anybody drives through here, shoot the tires out on their car. Just as soon as he drove through, I took that M16 off my shoulder, and I was putting around in it, and all of a sudden, the guy realized that I was fixing to shoot at him through the truck that he was in reverse. It all came to a screeching, grinding halt, and he backed up and he ripped his... To get on the flight line in an Air Force base, you have to have what is called a line badge. He ripped his line badge off of his neck and was waving it at me so I wouldn't shoot him. As close as I ever come to firing a shot in anger. Other than that, I didn't come anywhere close. I was a expert marksman, but well, I know where I missed that one item at. All right, it's 1 minute 17 that I've been, or an hour and 17 that I've been filming or streaming. Oh, I see you standing back there. Joik. I was trying to shoot that barrel. My very last shot did it. Don't have the gold key yet. Can't do that. I see you up there. Yeah, good for him realizing he was being stupid. Well, you know, I didn't want to shoot at anybody, but they gave specific instructions. Don't let anybody come through here. It was, you know, being in the military, there were a lot of weird things that happened along the way, and you know, deploying was just one of them. You're going with people you generally don't know. You know the people in your shop, but generally didn't have a lot to do with, you know, other people. And when you deploy, they don't just take oh, hey, Pinky. They don't just take the people that, you know, or for the most part, I knew all the people I went with out of my shop, but as far as everybody else, they called people out of the woodwork that I had no idea, had never laid eyes on before. It was definitely different. Okay, I've got the gold key now. I can do that. Oh, 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 oh. Well, that was the closest I ever come to firing anything that I wasn't testing. Oh, you jerk. Two of you even. You... Like I said, I was an expert marksman, but I couldn't do it now to save my absolute life. My left hand screws me up too bad. And there is why you don't shoot a barrel that's close to you, because you'll kill yourself. That blue armor up there would be nice, but Maybe it'll come to me how to get that as I work through the rest of this. You know, one thing that really got me was I remember very specifically that the first Air Force guy that died during the Gulf War didn't die due to hostile action. We had been there a few days, and didn't happen where I was at. It happened at another base. He was laying under a truck trying to get a nap when we first got there. He'd been there less than 2 weeks. And somebody in their zeal got in the truck and moved the truck and ran over him. You know, I was always cognizant of, you know, don't do something stupid that's gonna get you killed. Probably why I'm as cautious as I am yet today. All right, we're gonna go flip this switch and see what happens. Oh yeah, lovely. See what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to shoot that barrel and kill myself. Boy, this is nasty. Okay, that's the exit. Don't want to do that yet. Knew you'd bring yourself out of hiding. Okay, that was unpleasant. Why did he lie under a truck? Because it was scorching hot, and if you weren't under some sort of shade, it would absolutely blister you. It was nasty. It really was. Do I want to go to the exit or do I not? Silly stuff. Still got stuff to do, but wanted to stop by and say hi and don't die. I haven't died as of yet. And I appreciate you stopping by, Andreas. Thank you very much. You know, just been trying to play through it because I just don't play a lot of games like this anymore. And Shaman rightly pointed out that the gore in this was all pixelated, so it wasn't so bad. And she's right. All right, it's time to hit the exit. Yeah, that don't die is a big thing. Ooh. Well, I hate to say we're at a good stopping point. Anyway, let me... Oh. going to make me go to the next level before I can save. All right. Well, okay then. Here we are. Now, yeah, this last menu was how you ordered the rest of the game when you weren't playing the, when you were playing the shareware version. After years of 7D, 2D, I have been a bit desensitized. Yeah. Darlene, I appreciate you dropping by. I'll probably see you in AMP stream here in a few minutes. Um, you know, but maybe I'll do this tomorrow to try to finish up the shareware levels. Haven't decided yet. However, I'm leaning toward it now that I've played a little bit and don't feel quite so bad about it. I appreciate you guys coming. Thank you so much. Like I said, I'll see you in probably AMP stream here in a few minutes. See ya.